On my walk just now, I saw a gravestone that read, "Blessed are those who die in the Lord." And it's from Revelation, because Revelation has brought hope and comfort in the face of life and death for 2,000 years. And this Sunday, we're starting a new series in the book of Revelation. Not because Revelation is about the apocalypse and the pandemic is a sign that the end of the world is imminent, but because Revelation is about faithful endurance. And also because Revelation unveils the secular myth that says there's nothing more to life than the here and now. Well, Revelation helps us see there is more to life. Now, because Revelation is a bit trippy, especially if you haven't read it before, I've got 3 quick tips about how to read Revelation. The first is it uses lots of symbols. The genre is called apocalyptic, and so a horn is symbolic of power. Oppressive governments are described as beasts. Churches are described as lampstands. Now, the symbols aren't arbitrary. To say that the church is like a lampstand says we're meant to shine the light of Jesus, even if at times we struggle to do that. Why is this book written in this way? Well, probably for 3 reasons. The first is sometimes when the Bible's talking about inexpressible things, it reverts to imagery and colourful, bold colours and visions. And I think that's what's going on in Revelation. Secondly, it helps us to feel as well, especially some of these beastly things are a little bit terrifying. And we should feel that and yet find our hope in Jesus. And then thirdly, it might have been that John was being discreet. To say that plainly that Rome was the pinnacle of evil might not have got John's letter through customs in the 1st century. So there's lots of symbols. We need to appreciate that. The second thing is there's a timeline. This book was first written to 7 real churches in the 1st century. And whatever we make of it, it needs to have made sense to them. Although I think the best way of understanding the book of Revelation is it's written about the whole of human history from Jesus' first to Jesus' second coming. And we'll see that as things unfold. And the third quick tip is to understand the structure. There's a prologue in chapter 1. There's 7 letters, chapter 2 and 3. There's a vision of God's heavenly throne room and headquarters in chapter 4 and 5. Then after that, there's a series of visions that I think repeat and show us the same period of human history from a bunch of different angles. And then there's a conclusion in chapter 21 and 22 where we see that the end of the world is not the end, but only the beginning of God's new creation, in which we have great hope. I look forward to seeing you at Church Online for the start of Revelation.